Hello and welcome to Untold History Channel. This video is a translation into English of Hitler's address to German women. It is not my view but Adolf Hitler's, and it was made 90 years ago, and times and opinions have changed. Adolf Hitler address to the German women. Nuremberg, September 13, 1935. Today women's battalions were being formed in Marxist countries, and to that one could only reply, that will never happen here. There are things a man does, and he alone is responsible for them. I would be ashamed to be a German man if ever in the event of war, but a single woman were made to go to the front. The woman had her own battlefield. With every child to which she gave birth for the nation, she was waging her battle for the nation. The man stands up for the folk just as woman stands up for the family. A woman's equal rights lie in the fact that she is treated with the high regard she deserves in those areas of life assigned to her by nature. Women still respected brave, daring, and determined men, and men had always admired and been attracted to feminine women. These were the two opposites which attracted each other in life. And if good fortune would have it that these two people find each other, then the question of equal rights became superfluous, for it had already been answered by nature. It was no longer equal rights, but a single unity. Man and woman represented two intrinsically separate natures. In men, reason was dominant, but more stable than this was the emotion evidenced in women. When I returned from prison after 13 months of imprisonment, when the party had been shattered, it was above all female party comrades who had held the movement together. They did not succumb to clever or reason-oriented deliberation, but acted according to their hearts, and they have stood by me emotionally until today. If our opponents were to allege, we want to degrade women by assigning to them no other task beyond providing children, he would reply that it is not a degradation to a woman to become a mother, but the contrary, it is her utmost elevation. There was, the Führer continued, no greater nobility for a woman than to be the mother of sons and daughters of a folk. All the members of our youth lining the streets, so strong and beautiful, these beaming faces, these shining eyes, where would they be had not woman after woman been willing to give them the gift of life? The last immortality here on earth lay in preserving the folk and the Volkstum. People should not be able to accuse us that we have no understanding of the dignity of women. Quite the opposite. We have been in power now for 3 years, but I believe that when we have had a National Socialist government for 30, 40, or 50 years, women's position will have become quite different from what it was in the past, a position which cannot be gauged politically but only appreciated in human terms. We are happy knowing that the German woman, with her instinctive insight, will understand this. There was a time when liberalism was fighting for equal rights for women, but the faces of German women and German girls were devoid of hope, bleak and sad. And today we see countless beaming, laughing faces. And here again it is woman's instinct which tells her, for good reason, we can laugh once again, for the future of the folk is guaranteed. The compensation which National Socialism gives woman in exchange for her work lies in that it is once again training men, real men who are decent, who stand erect, who are brave, who love honor. I believe that when, in the past few days, our healthy, unspoiled women have watched the marching columns, these sturdy and faultless young men of the spade, they must have been saying to themselves, what a healthy, marvelous race is growing up here. That is also an achievement which National Socialism has wrought for the German woman in the scope of its attitude toward women in general. We have now reintroduced general conscription, because it is a wonderful education we wish to confer upon the upcoming young German generation, the wonderful breed which we are rearing in the Hitler Youth, the SA, and the labor service. I believe that the German folk will not grow older during the next few years, but will create the impression that it remains forever young. This all applies to our girls, too. They are growing up in a different world, with different ideas, and they, too, will become healthier than before. Thus the two columns march along their respective paths, and will sooner or later encounter one another. Thus I believe that it is a marvelous thing after all to live in such an age and to lend a helping hand at one point or another. When I am one day forced to finish this life, my final conviction will be, it was not in vain. It was good, because it was a life of fighting, a life of struggle, because it was a life of work towards an ideal which often seems so distant and which many a man believed would never be attained. We have reached our goal. That applies to all of you who are fighting with us here. No German generation will be happier in the end than ours. We have experienced infinite hardships, and the fact that we have succeeded in overcoming them and that we will succeed ever better in overcoming them, that is such a wonderful thing that all of us, men and women alike, can be proud and happy, and will also be proud and happy one day. The time will come when you will all think back with proud joy on these years of struggling and fighting for this new Germany. Then it will be your most treasured memory that, as German women, You helped wage the battle for our German folk in this great age of the German Renaissance and uprising. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and could please give it a like and subscribe.